Good afternoon, all you fabulous people. Hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. It was Pro Tour London. Code JCH still gets you a free month of Fyendal's Premium. Subscriber count up to 677, looking for that 700. Let's get going. Lots was announced at Pro Tour London. Crazy gameplay. The Illusionist really took over. Enigma is about, 50 points from LL. Joining Zen there. New just needs to catch up. Shelter from the Storm extended art is up to $370. There's two here. One's a misprint, which is okay, and then there's a 0% no sales. Proceed with caution, but it's still cheaper than the 420 here at Japanese, and then it goes to 425. There's just not that many left on the market here. Very good card in the current meta. Codex of Bloodrot. Last sold was 125. There's next to none on the market again, 250. As well as Ranger coming up. Spike with Bloodrot. The last sold was $60. They're up to 125. Just alternate art promo. Master Cog. Cold foil. There's one on the market at 250. One sold at 200, which is crazy. The rainbow foil, there's 8 left on the market at 85. There's 2 here that are 85, and they go nearly to 90. There's not that many left there here. It seems like a pretty decent item for Puffin as well. Crown of Dominion Marvel up to nearly $300, which is pretty crazy other than the gold synergy. We'll see on this. All of these heroes want to use gold, but I feel like their hero is going to generate it better, and the hat's probably going to be more important. So we'll see on this. Adaptive Plating, the cold foil is up to 67, probably pretty good with items for Puffin. Gauntlets of Iron Will. Valda looks awesome in the Guardian Mastery Pack. That thing looks sweet. $40 for the rainbow foil, which I think is still really fair. There's only 16 left on the market there. And the cold foil is up to $90. There's one here at 97, and then they go to 120, then they go to 250. So not very many left on the market there are the cold foils. Gauntlets of Iron Will. But I think Valdo probably wants Crater Fist. Little tidbit there. Being able to do additional things with crush effects +2, and then also when your stuff is discounted, it makes it easier to get the Crater Fist off. Fang Strike cold foil up to 198. No sales on this. There's just one on the market. Schism of Chaos up to 70. There was quite a few assassin, including Michael Hamilton on Slippy this past weekend. $70. Last sold was like 60, 65, 50. So it went up a little bit. Phantasmal Footsteps. This is the card that I kind of was surprised about over this weekend. Prism did very, very well. The cold foil is 130. There's one there at 130, and then they go up to 150. The rainbow foil only has 8 left on the market. There's one here at 97. Honestly, I think the rainbow foil is a steal right now. Considering how well Illusionist is doing, and potentially Dromion some near future somewhere. But this card for Prism is an auto include. Blessing of Deliverance, yellow, off of Valda hype, which she looks so cool. I want to build Valda. Smash Palace is also very cool. Great Granger of Balahai, 145. One here at 145. One sale, 0% new store. Proceed with caution, but still $30 cheaper than the next lowest. Does seem like Valda probably would like that. My only problem with the Fables is they're no blocks, and I'd much rather have blocks in my deck. I don't like dying to not having a no block, or not having a block card. Max the Hype Nitro, cold foil. His armory kit releases Friday, and it has one heist in it, which is a pretty good value in my opinion. $67 for, there's 3 here at Dripping Cards, and then they go up to 75. There's not that many left there. There's 8 total cold foil max nitros left. KO Armed and Dangerous went up from 100 to 115 off of like next to no news. There's very thin inventory here though. There is only 3 adult Marvels listing, 4 total. Kodachis. The rainbow foil went up to like $11. Ira's getting the next armory deck after Gravy Bones in July. And so the Kodachis went up, but they spoiled her card, and it seemed to have Edge of Autumn synergy. So that's kind of interesting. We'll see where Kodachis go. Kodachis seem like reliable, but if you have good payoffs for Edge of Autumn, that might be cool too. Passing Mirage, also, Illusionist did very well this weekend. The cold foil is up to $22 promo. Spirit of Christmas. I don't have anything on this one other than maybe Smash Palace or just kitchen table play and you build your own deck. But it went up from like $5 up to 10, 11, which is about where it's been. So the $5 was pretty kind of an outlier. Pay up $20 rainbow foil. The non-foil, there's a whole bunch of them at like $8, $8 to $10. This does seem like a pretty good card. They keep spoiling more gold stuff. High Seas seems to be gold. There was apparently a Warrior gold set in line, and I would not be shocked if there's gold payoff for like UPF and stuff like that. So payoff or pay up seems to be getting better and better. We'll see how it goes. It does. I like the card. It's just not. I don't know if it's $8 worth. Splatter Skull Rainbow Foil up to $10, $11 basically. Very good in Rhinar. This card I think is being slept on a lot. The non-foil is $4. This is Rosetta, so Rosetta is kind of hard to find right now, so I think that's why the rainbow foil is going up. Rhinar will have his day someday. Brute is due for some support. Sizzle Red, the promo is up to $20. Last sold was like $8. Oh, there was a couple people got some good deals here at $8. Anyway, Steelblade Supremacy, $7 for the rainbow foil. One thing to note is these rainbow foils of the older cards are going to be are going to go up over time. I think some of these are being overlooked, especially the more playable ones. Steelblade Supremacy is very good. $7, it's just slowly going up over time. Not really. It's down. But $7 seems pretty fair. I think it's a little bit down from where it was. Truce Extended Art. This one was going crazy last week. There was just none listed on the market. They made it all the way up to like a couple grand or a few grand because they're just auto updated the sales. Anyway, $96 is about in line with the last sale. Once again, Rosetta's hard to find, and this is a blue block 3 with a good effect. Extended Art, which are extremely rare. Vaporwave Shock down to $65. Seems pretty good. $69 as well. These were up to like $80, $90 there. That can't be right. High sale price is $41. Yeah, there's just not many on the market. They're not really selling at that price. Anyway, Grains of Bloodspill, $108 for a cold foil seems like a steal when the rainbow foil is $98. If you need a cold foil Grains of Bloodspill, I think now is the time to grab that one. That one's really good. Fang's going to be using that for a while, and the other warriors are coming more and more onto it. Crown of Providence down about $15 to $20 from a week or so ago. The rainbow foil was like $130, $120 or $110 for Crown of Providence is pretty good for a rainbow foil in my opinion. Command & Conquer, $80 for the non-foil Hunted one. Hunted's still kind of hard to find too. There's a bunch here at $80, which kind of surprised me too. I thought these were. Now we gotta check on the other ones. And Conquer. They're all kind of down. 84, 80. Oh, $200 for the mat. I hadn't seen that. Anyway, Kasai, no price. Extended Art still $300. Skullbone Cross Wrap down about $10. I still think this is a pretty good price for an Arcane Rising. Arcane Barrier, good effect. Chest or headpiece with a block value. It's just really good. You don't have it fills a lot of slots there. The only and if you're drawing cards, you want to opt before you draw a card. That's a good effect too, in my opinion, for Marlin. Stormstriders also going down, $80 for lightly played rainbow foil. about $10 cheaper than the next lowest. Not the Rosetta Wizards aren't primarily running Storm Striders. They are occasionally, it seems like, which is I think is silly. I think you just run this. This card's just so good. It gives you an out. Anyway, $80 and going down, so we'll see. Rootbound Carapace Yellow promo is $9. There's a few here. These were up to all the way up to like $20. Ignite Rainbow Foil. I wanted to point out these are Angry Bees here. He's got a couple later on. $1 for a Rainbow Foil with $5 shipping. If you just add up a bunch of stuff from his store, you can really get a good deal on a lot of cards. Anaphylactic Shock as well. Angry Bees, 32 cents. Pretty good deal when the next one's $4. That basically pays for your shipping there. Poison the Tips, $4. Rainbow Foil from Gander Collectibles. I would be cautious on the 0% ratings on 4,000 sales. That seems sketchy. Now I'm curious. What's going on? He's gotten 5 out of 5 ratings. Why does he have 0% sales? Or 0% ratings? Anyway. Long John Half Glove also is down. $14 for this. This was all the way up to $20. This seems like a pretty good deal. Like new TCG, you can maybe buy some other stuff and reduce their shipping costs as well as a whole. And last but not least, Null Time Zone. There's one here for Angry Bees at $4.67, and they're all the way up to $10. That is it for today. Surprisingly, for Pro Tour London announcements, not much went that crazy, which is kind of to be expected. We got a lot before Pro Tour London of all the spoilers due to the leaks, the hero abilities, their cards, and stuff like that. But we did see Valda and Mastery Pack Guardian and Smash Palace and Ira, I think, are the big takeaways. And some of the cool promos coming up and events. Worlds in Philly, I plan to be there. Already booked a hotel, working on childcare, and I think my wife and I are going to go as just a solo trip without the kids for the first time, which will be interesting. Anyway, hope you guys have a fantastic day. Code JCH still gets you free months of Fyendal's Premium. Hope you guys have a good one. Bye.